Thomas Nelson brings Scripture to life for your small group through our DVD-based studies, which feature leading authors such as Max Lucado.
I have a hunch, however, that you've settled for a smaller grace, a wimpy grace, a timid grace. But there is a grace that you need to know about. There is a grace that can literally redefine and refine your life.
Jenny Allen.
We're all chasing something, but it's as if we're chasing wind. David actually filled his soul with God instead of wind. The God who spreads sand and stars, because he is what we were made to chase.
Pete Wilson.
I long for you to discover the freedom that comes along with wholly seeking after God with your entire life. I pray that you'll become increasingly aware of these empty promises that are robbing you of your true joy.
Donald Miller.
You can plan your life. You can actually sit down with a piece of paper and say, these are the things that I want. This is the conflict that I anticipate is going to happen. And at the end of a year or a decade or at the end of your life, when the credits roll, you'll have a great sense of meaning and fulfillment because you've lived a terrific story with your life.
Sheila Walsh.
We've been promised that all things work together for good to those who love God and are called according to His purpose. So what we're going to do is we're going to unpack these promises and discover that God has given us a place to hide our lives. And this is the stuff you can stake your life on. So I pray you will know the shelter of God's promises.
And Mark Driscoll.
And over the years, we've shared with some people things we've learned, most of it the hard way through making mistakes. And we've seen God use some of that information to really make a major difference in people's lives.
As a small group leader, we know you're always looking to find relevant curriculum for your small group. And our goal is to equip you with resources on every topic. From studies that dive into relevant issues for men and women today, how to have a Christ-centered marriage, pursuing God's promises, living God's plan for your life, knowing how to start over in the face of tragedy and unforeseen trials, and much more. With a long list of best-selling studies and new innovative releases, it is our hope that we provide you with new ways to take your small group to a deeper level. Visit bigresultsforsmallgroups.com for a full listing of products and new releases.